Guys, they're the same team. This is an illusion. Trump, Clinton, Bill Gates, all these guys, they're all on the same team. And they're protecting Trump. Trump is the main guy. If Trump falls, they all fall. If Trump falls, they all fall. He is the president of the United States. He is the most powerful man in the world. Even if you believe he's a puppet, he still holds the title of most powerful man in the world. Even if you think the president is a puppet. That title holds a lot of weight in the world. People believe that the president, the United States president, is the most powerful man in the world. Therefore, he is. Even though you might say he's a puppet, and even though he might be a puppet, it still holds that title. So if Trump falls, everybody falls. This is why they're protecting Trump in a way. If you see the media, if you see everything, the media tiptoes around calling Trump a rapist and all child rapist and all these things. They kind of take it easy on him. I know people will say it's like, oh, because they don't want Trump to attack him. No, it's not because of that. It's because they don't want to rile up the people to attack Trump, calling him a child rapist out in public. Remember what happened when that guy called him a pedophile protector? What happened? Trump raged. He fucking raged. Imagine if we all did that. So the media's taking it easy on him. This whole belief like, oh, the media hates him. No. Not at all. They love the fucking ratings. They don't hate the man. They don't. All the media is doing right now is showing us that they're taking it pretty damn easy on that dude. On that child rapist. Anyways. Trump is the only guy who could have said, what files? Are you guys still talking about what files? And get away with it. You know why? He has a fucking cult. Even though he's a child rapist, even though he has helped fucking Maxwell go to a low security prison, even though he is holding all these fucking files and redacting them to the max, he still has 1/3 of the country supporting him. The elites always knew this. The elites always knew that he, the pedophile billionaire elites, that he's the only one who could fucking make these files kind of go away. Because here's the thing. These files, the idea of the files were already it's up in the air. It's like a genie out of a bottle. You can't put it back in. I know during the Biden administration, nothing really happened with the files. You know, they say like, oh, there were investigations going on, so they're under seal and all this bullshit. I don't know. But here's the thing. Eventually, that excuse was not going to work. Especially all the hype the Epstein Files got, like before 2025, it was a lot. I think the elites made the mental calculation like, no, there's no way. There's no way Kamala could win and then be like, what files? Imagine if Kamala did that. Holy shit. We would have had a revolution. Seriously. You know why? Because the MAGA people would have stand up. And it's not because the MAGA people care about fucking kids. They don't give a fuck about kids. They have shown. Trump, the child rapist, they're still supporting him. So the MAGA people, they don't care about kids. But if it was Kamala or Biden who said, what files? They would have risen up because they've been conditioned by the media to assume that liberal elites are child rapists. That's why, okay? Of course, it's true. Elitists, conservatives, and liberals, a lot of them are obviously child rapists. The Epstein Files have shown that. Obviously, it's fucking true as fuck. However, like I said, if it was Kamala or Biden, MAGA people were risen up and liberals were risen up. Because liberals are not in fucking love with Biden or Kamala like the MAGA people were with Trump, okay? The MAGA people are just fucking cultists. So they know, these elitists know that at least 1/3 of the country is going to support this pedophile no matter what, okay? So if it was Kamala or Biden, it's game over. Liberals and the MAGA people and the regular conservatives, because there's regular conservatives who are not MAGA lovers or whatever. They're not, okay? They're They don't like MAGA anymore. There's a lot of fucking conservatives who have seen that, oh, Trump's a child rapist, okay? So we would have all united, and it will be game over. It will be game over. There will be a proper investigation. People will probably get convicted. It would have been a way tougher storyline for the elites. Right now, this is the best they got. This was the best option. Trump wins, says what files. You have 1/3 of the country who is automatically going to believe him. So now you're putting 1/3 of the country versus 2/3 of the country. And here's why it's important. Because let's say you're out in public and you start talking about, man, Trump's a child rapist, you know? Which is true. That means you're talking with 2 other people, at least one of them is going to disagree. That's a huge deal, because now they're gonna be dictating the discourse in everything. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but even if you go online and you see all these videos attacking Trump, but they're not really attacking Trump. Like, I've seen videos about Pingüiso and all these guys, you know, they're talking about like all the shit the Trump administration has done. That comes from the top down, comes from top. They never mention Trump. They mention Kash Patel. They mention that bitch Pam Bondi. They don't mention Trump. You know why? There's a weird energy going on in this world, even on the internet, where you see even on the comment section. I don't know if you guys noticed, they don't want to use the name Trump. It's weird. I don't know if they're bots, you know? And I can understand why a lot of YouTubers like Pingüiso, they talk shit about the ICE shootings and about the Epstein Files, but they still don't mention Trump and mention how, hey, he's a child rapist. He could be a child rapist. I think part of it is because they don't want to get attacked by Trump, but also they don't want to get attacked by the MAGA people. Because the MAGA people, man, dude, they have to have some Olympic mental gymnastics going on in their goddamn brains right now. Trump has done everything a fucking child rapist trying to hide the truth could do. Everything. He's hiding the Epstein Files. He's redacting the files. He's putting Maxwell in a low security prison. It's obvious as fuck he's in on it. But yet, anytime the Epstein Files come up, you go to these right-wing channels. Oh, they talk about the Epstein Files and the elites and how they're all in on it. Yeah, it's true. They're all in on it. But who's the main dude? Who's the main guy? It's Trump. You know, it's Trump. You have to say the name. If Trump falls, they all fall. That's why it's important. And here's the thing. You really think a fucking narcissist, piece of shit con man like Trump, if he were to fall, he wouldn't bring other motherfuckers with him? Come on. Of course he would. He is also the weakest link if you think about it. He is the weakest link here. If that dude was to be investigated and they found out the truth and he got convicted, there's no way that guy's not spilling the beans. There's no way. He's a fucking con man, narcissist. You think that motherfucker's gonna be known as the child rapist? Meanwhile, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, and all these motherfuckers, they're just gonna get scot away free? No, they will not. He would not. He would not. He will totally talk about like, hey, we need to investigate Bill Clinton and all these motherfuckers. And it's true, we should. You know, just to bring them down with him. So yeah, the best course of action is to attack Trump. That's the best course of action. He's the guy. He's pretty much the motherfucking glue for these motherfucking pedophiles. Imagine if Trump falls, all these fucking billionaire families, you think they could? You think people are not going to want to investigate them? All these people in the Epstein Files? If all these files were released unredacted? Of course they would. I mean, in this scenario, we investigate the president. Nobody's above the president. Everybody else will get investigated. This is why it matters.